I think it's really important to be aware of the type of awareness that your person has about themselves, because self-awareness protects relationships. And if you're with somebody who doesn't have self-awareness, they are likely to say and do things that will hurt you without realizing that they're doing it. Okay? So, for example, sometimes it's okay to be emotionally unavailable, because we all go through phases in life where we simply just don't have the capacity to welcome another person into our world emotionally like that, because we're working on ourselves, we've got other stuff going on, we've been through too much already to even be able to fathom welcoming somebody else into the world that you're currently in, because you're healing, you're letting go of stuff, there's a lot going on. It makes sense at that point and in those points in your life to not be emotionally available for a romantic relationship. And usually when you're in those times in your life, you don't go looking for it. You don't dip your toe in the water. You don't half find somebody and half not. You just don't, because you don't have the capacity and you know it. So those people tend to not be on the dating apps. They tend to not be in the situation where they're looking for that. But people who are not very self-aware, which is like most of my clients, people, partners, situationships, is that they find themselves half in, half out of a situation where they're trying to get some needs met, but they're coming up with excuses about why they can't validate the rest of the relationship. So they'll say, oh, I'm not looking for a relationship right now. So they've covered themselves. They've covered it. They don't have to think about what's going on for them, because they can get some of their needs met, right? And that shows you a level of irresponsibility that they're allowing themselves to take into the relationship, which will impact you. So if somebody is really avoidant, then they're going to come up with reasons and victimhood and all sorts of things that make it seem very plausible that they can't commit to you, that they can't be in a relationship with you. And you, as an empath, are likely to go, oh yeah, well, he has got a lot going on, or she has got a lot going on, so yeah, it makes so much sense, because you're an empath, right? But if you, I was saying this to another client recently, one of the biggest red flags with people who are avoidant is if they tell you a massive sob story about themselves, but they love you, but they've got so much going on, and oh, feel so sorry for me. That's a really big red flag. I'm laughing just because I've seen it so many times before, and you kind of get to the point where you just don't feel sorry for people who are not taking responsibility for their life. And it can be really frustrating, because somebody who is on the other end of this might just want the truth. You might just want to hear, I can't be with you because X, Y, Z. And a lot of the time, the most distressing thing is when you're getting half a story, half a yes, half a no, half a yes, I really like you, and then a but on the end. Like, that's really distressing, because it gives you all sorts of questions like, but why? What is the reason why we can't keep having a good time? And sometimes it's because there's loose ends that have not been tied up, that are filling up this person's capacity, and fear of the impact of taking responsibility for those things. So it could be that this person has got to take responsibility for something to do with money, or they've got to take responsibility for something to do with where they live, or they've got to tell someone else no, or they've got to do something that they're not willing to do because they're afraid. And that makes them really emotionally unavailable, and also not self-aware of the impact that they might have on you and other people. And those people are a huge red flag. That's not for you. So the other things to take responsibility for, like I said, there's their side And now there's your side. Your responsibility in this is your willingness to participate in this dynamic. If somebody is consistently not meeting you where you want to be, it's going to make you feel crazy. It's going to make you feel like you're asking for too much. It's going to make you feel small, and it's going to make you feel not good enough. But if you keep participating in it, thinking that if they do finally do all the things that they said they're going to do, that you'll feel good enough, you'll end up perpetually not feeling good enough. So the way that you do feel good enough is by choosing yourself. Okay, and it's really hard because there are needs for both people being met in a dynamic that's half in and half out, and it's very hard to let go of it for both people. And a lot of the time, someone who is emotionally unavailable has enough capacity to know that they really like someone, and enough capacity to know that someone's really good for them, but yet not enough capacity to take responsibility for the difficult things in life. So there's like a difference, isn't there, with somebody who knows themselves and somebody who doesn't, and somebody who knows the impact that they can have on other people and someone who doesn't care, right? Because that's also another element of it, isn't it? Especially if they don't care how they're impacting you and they're still just trying to get their needs met. You've got to say bye to people like that who don't care. Because you need to be with someone who does care about their impact on you. That's the whole point, isn't it, of relationships? Being with somebody who does care about their impact on you. So I thought I'd do this video to show you the difference between somebody who is emotionally unavailable, and it makes sense based on where they are in their life and what they're going through, and somebody who is emotionally unavailable and who doesn't know. The ones who don't know are the dangerous ones. So ask yourself, is this person that you are currently talking to, are they self-aware enough to know that they are emotionally unavailable? And if they're not, what are you going to do? Because you're either a willing participant, or you're not. And you just got to be clear about it, because one of you has to be. So I hope you found this video useful. If you'd like any more information about what I do, you can find out all the information in the links below. I've got my Breakthrough 2025 group program, which is starting in October very soon. It's going to take you through to the rest of the year. It's going to be awesome. It's a space for transformation, growth, community, healing, power. It's going to be amazing. If you want to apply for one of the 8 spaces, you can find out how in the link below. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.